Lord, award our hard work and dedication. Let us be successful in all our endeavors. They ain't even seen what we seen. They ain't been through what we've been through. It's a vibe to it. New breed. Lord bless me with tenacity. We elevate, defying gravity. Crabs in the bucket getting smashed to pieces. It's a masterpiece of beautiful catastrophe. My etiquette is poetic. You niggas can have the streets. I just want to see my kids reach full potential and still visit every hood and not show credentials. Bringing truth in my lyrics parallel with scriptures. I'm Hebrew, this the wave, don't gotta keep saying it. My enemies digging plots, then they laying it. I'm praying just like David did, my cannon steady raging. This summer gonna be a scorcher, catch a midnight train to Georgia. Protected in my fortress, watching rappers get extorted. They just trying to build an image while their vision is distorted. This the future, with an old school vibe they ain't used to. Body these acoustics, strangulate the beat so you know a brother ruthless. Final jubilee and taking trips to Lucia, hand over, drinking rum and sangria. Watching Babylon burn, these words of kerosene. They ain't seen what we seen. Life is but a dream, walking down the dark tunnel, we can see the high beams. The result of keeping Torah, disconfigure what they told us. Outcasted to the forefront. Oh Lord, they can't ignore us. Keep it sharp, don't let your sword rust or fade away like sawdust. The industry is getting crushed, that's what I call starstruck. Yeah, that's what I call starstruck. These rappers don't even compare. I'm like the wise omen with a 45 on them. All these wicked lies on them, yeah, these chickens out of order. And niggas jump stupid like fishes out the water. These emotional men, there they go ranting again. They enchanted by some coochie that they can't even sniff. A bunch of Adam-ass niggas let Eve do the talking. Well, we pull a kamikaze, vultures clean up the carnage. Niggas quote Bible scriptures, but they really agnostic. Y'all some funny guys, haha, Avion Crockett. We just building our nation, trying to survive the inflation. You ain't rocking with that, then you still in the matrix. Yeah, you still in the matrix. The result of keeping Torah, disconfigure what they taught us. Outcasted to the forefront. Oh Lord, they can't ignore us. Keep it sharp, don't let your sword rust or fade away like sawdust. The industry is getting crushed, that's what I call starstruck. That's what I call starstruck. Now that we got you where we want you. Yes. That's what we call starstruck. Yeah, if you like that track right there, you can find it on New Breed Music and Motivation. Go over there and pound that subscribe button. Get that real spiritually uplifting music, man. Yeah, the results of keeping Torah. Disconfigure what they taught us. Outcast it to the forefront. Oh Lord, they can't ignore us. No, they can't. All praises to the God of Israel. I see brothers and sisters rolling in pretty quick. Erica Harris in the building, Spiritual Socrates, Abby Boykins, Citizen Soldier, CJ Matthews, Delicate Lace, yeah, Dream Master in the building, Champs v Zion, Corey Holcomb's former Teeth in the building, Chrissy in the building. All praises to the Most High. We got some things to discuss, y'all. Man, oh man, there's a lot going on in the media right now. Roe v. Wade being overturned has created a firestorm. And it seems that the taskmasters have been put in place. We got Taraji P. Henson, you know, DMV native, starred in several cult classics. A few days ago, at the BET Awards, she pretty much calls out the Supreme Court for their decision. Ever since then, she's been campaigning heavy for a change. She's been campaigning. She's pro-abortion. And, let me just show y'all this real quick, in case y'all not up to speed on this. Look.
It's about damn time we step into our power. It's about damn time we talk about the fact that guns have more rights than a woman.
Oh man, somebody tell her to please have several seats down. What does that even mean? She says guns have more rights than a woman. What? That doesn't even make sense, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, allow me to continue.
In America.
Taraji P. Henson calling out the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade at the 2022 BET Awards.
I'm bringing it. That's all I can say. I'm bringing the energy, which we all need right now.
The actress who hosted the show used her platform to send a message. First, she praised Lizzo's opening performance of her hit song About Damn Time.
Don't want to get hit with copyright.
Amazing Lizzo, right? That's how you start a show. All this body positivity up in here. And also, thank you, Lizzo, for pledging $1 million to Planned Parenthood.
Wait. So. Lizzo, she pledged $1 million to Planned Parenthood. $1 million. You know, mental health is real. So let me get this right. Here at the BET Awards, pardon me, we have our women, melanated women, grandstanding in protest of Roe v. Wade being overturned. So much so we have actual entertainers / artists who are donating $1 million towards the cause. My first question immediately is, where is the women from the other nationalities? How is it that our people are at the very bottom of the totem pole when it comes to economics, but our people are spearheading this protest by, actually donating to this cause? Matter of fact, there are not even too many Caucasian actresses or entertainers even speaking about Roe v. Wade being overturned. It's almost like they know their place as women, that in this society, they can kick, they can scream, they can claw a little bit. They can take to the streets, do their little protests, our body, our choice. They can do all of that, but they're not going to go as far as to actually go against what their men put in place. Yeah, it's by design. It absolutely is. I mean, they just way out of pocket. They way out of pocket. And, I want to go to another video of Miss Taraji P. Henson, and all I'm going to do is utilize astute observations, and then we got to talk about Jemele Hill as well. Let me get to it. Taraji P. Henson wants to talk about how to talk about abortion. Let's see what she has to say.
You have to talk about abortion. I know we don't often go there, but abortion is one of those words folks sometimes say in a whisper, if we say it at all. But if we don't talk about abortion, we're going to lose the right to it. And that's a problem, a huge problem. If you're anything like me, you don't want politicians all up in your uterus deciding what you can and cannot do with our bodies.
But you are allowing a man's seed all up in your uterus. You are allowing a man all up in your bedroom, planting a seed all the way up in your uterus. Very interesting, to say the least.
And making decisions about our families for us.
So why is it that in our community we can't make these decisions before we lay down with somebody? Is that an honest question? See, the Bible tells us, let your yeas be your yeas and your nays be your nays. Matter of fact, the scripture is Matthew 5:37. It says, but let your communication be yea, yea, or nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh evil. See, I'm a person who has a very strong stance on whatever I decide is morally sound, right? I'm not going to go back and forth with it. As I said before, I am in favor of Roe v. Wade being overturned. I think It's long overdue. I believe that they are 50 years too late. It should have never actually started 50 years ago. And I believe it's positive in many ways. It covers every avenue. It makes sure that women are held accountable for what type of men they deal with. And it also holds men accountable as well. Let me give you a example here. Let's say hypothetically a man doesn't want to be in the picture. And he says, "You're pregnant. I don't want to be a father to that child." Some women would say, well, a woman should be obligated to terminate their pregnancy because that man is not going to be held responsible or liable. On the contrary, that's what child support is for. If you're a woman who is not operating in a certain manner, meaning you're not being promiscuous out here in these streets, and you know that that's the child's father, you can put him on that C support so he gets held accountable. Now, if you don't know who the child's father is, that's a whole nother scenario there. It holds everybody accountable. It makes total perfect sense, right? But that's what it is. Let's continue.
Let's say you know someone who doesn't see this as a fundamental right. Someone who's not
the fundamental right to kill a fetal, a baby, a child. All right, let's continue.
Sure how they feel about abortion. Just hit them with some facts. Like 80% of people want abortion to be safe and to be legal. Rewind that. I said 80% of Americans feel like you and me. So
where is she getting these statistics? All right, let's continue.
Why does a small group of loud, judgy people get to decide what we do with our own damn bodies?
Oh, loud, judgy people. See, this is what they do in this society here. They play the whole country against each other. See, with this Roe v. Wade being overturned, it's exposing a lot of people, and it's also drawing a line in the sand. And you can clearly see that people who tend to be quote unquote liberals, they begin to go into attack mode soon as somebody doesn't have their same opinion and their same views. They get the name calling. It's very juvenile, to say the least. And this is how it always begins with these people. They begin to call names. They begin to demonize certain individuals. And then before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, before you know it, through their liberal Trojan horse called the media, they're able to come after certain individuals based on the fact that their opinions don't line up with their opinions. Now, all of a sudden, freedom of speech is being stripped. Now, all of a sudden, certain content creators can't speak the truth, can't say this, can't say that. It always starts with this. These celebrities have eaten the forbidden fruit. These celebrities are being used by demons. They're being used by puppet masters. Somebody clearly got their hands in their rear end, making them talk like sock puppets. It is evident to me that Hollywood, the industry, is demonic, absolutely demonic. We can look at the symbolism they follow, look at the music videos, look at how they get down, look at the mortality rate in Hollywood. It is straight up demonic. And these people will be used to lead a lot of young ladies to hell. A lot of young men will be going the same place, following a lot of these rappers and so forth. But it is what it is. Let's continue.
And I'm not feeling that. There's a lot of misinformation out there about abortion. Some people don't know that abortion is really common and safe.
It's really common and safe. Now, when they use the word safe, right? Key word right there. When they use that word safe, who is it that judges the parameters of safety? Yes, it's very common. Matter of fact, some of these women out here are serial killers. They got so many bodies under their belt. Very common. Agreed on that. But who judges the parameters on what's safe? Who judges that? Right? You could say, hey, hang gliding is perfectly safe. With what? With proper training, right? With proper equipment. You could say skydiving is safe, right? So these little words right here are designed to drop the defenses of young ladies. You know what's also safe? You want to know what's also safe? Keeping your legs closed until you deal with a man that you actually want to build with. That's safe as well. Don't get no safer than that, right? Let's continue.
40% of abortions are now completed at home with a 2-pill combo.
What?
And 1 in 4 women have had an abortion.
Damn. That's a lot of women. 1 in 4. Now, she's setting y'all up for the kill. She's setting y'all up for the slaughter because she just told y'all that, there are birth control pills that people are doing at home. As of now, what's on the record books is, there's some gray areas there that it may be illegal to do this at-home abortion that she's talking about. So what she's trying to do is promote alternative methods of death and destruction. Wow. All right, let's continue.
That part, okay? If you're
that part
with your girlfriends, there's a good chance that one of y'all has had an abortion. And we got to talk about this. There's way too much shame and stigma around abortion, and I'm over it. Real facts. We all deserve to own our own bodies. And
yes, you deserve to own your own bodies. But as a full-blown adult, and you wanting to take the stance of owning your own body, you got to think about that before you give your body away to a man that you don't want to deal with. Dre said, bye, Felicia. Seriously, man, I think I speak on behalf of a lot of melanated men when I say this. Taraji, you need to have several seats down. Several seats down. You need to, really reconvene on the things that are coming out of your mouth. Seriously. You don't see too many Caucasian celebrities doing this because you know what? When their men have a stance on something and their men are speaking, and I mean they're real leaders. See, they got politicians. We got leaders such as Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan, yeah, he might not have my same belief system, but Farrakhan was speaking some real talk in regards of the woman's womb and bringing forth life. See, he will be considered a leader. Some of you ladies need to fall back and follow the leaders. You got leaders such as myself, who took a strong stance on this. Black Male TV Advice, a strong stance on this. I'm talking about staunch pro-life advocates who have a track record of teaching and leading, right? You ladies don't know how to fall back and play your position. You want to keep being used by the system. You want to keep being used by the feminist movement. You want to continue being charlatans for Hollywood. And I'm telling you, there is a judgment that comes with what you're doing. There's a judgment. We're going to talk about it.
And decide the course of our own lives. That means we all deserve access to abortion if we need it. So when you talk about abortion, maybe you share your own story. Maybe you remind folks that decisions about healthcare are personal. And
you know what else is personal? Sex. Sex is personal. Yeah, your decisions on healthcare, yeah, they're personal, but you can't pull the doctor-patient confidentiality clause here. No, 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 no. You can't pull that card here. No, no, no. Because sex is personal too. Yeah, getting intimate with another person is very personal. Sally Grace, thank you so much for the $300 contribution. Highly appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting this work. That's what's up. All praises to the Most High. Thank you so much. Let's continue.
Should be between the patient and the doctor, not politicians. Maybe.
No, it should be your decision regarding your body should be between you, yourself, and yourself, right? You, yourself, and I, right? Or whatever man you dealing with. That decision should be between you and the man you dealing with before you consummate, right? Anyway, let's continue.
You say you won't tolerate someone else making personal decisions for you or the people you love. But we got to talk about it.
But you won't take accountability for the personal decisions you make for yourself. My, oh my, do we have a conundrum here. You know, every time these women are being held accountable for their actions, they cannot take it. I mean, this is exposure on another level, how much they can't take accountability. I mean, they're going to kick and scream to no end when it comes to this ruling, right?
With a quickness, because as we speak, all across the country, politicians are trying to end our ability to access abortion. It's up to us to start conversations, share our stories, and say, hell no, take your bans off our bodies.
Wow, she done teamed up. She done teamed up with Planned Parenthood. Oh, man, you know they done ran her the bag. I'm not even going to tell y'all the name of that website. Hopefully y'all didn't hear it. And we're going to leave it at that. It's interesting that she's talking about sharing y'all stories, right? Because there's a super woke, pro-blackity black TV personality / sports host, sports television host named Jemele Hill. And she shares her story. And after I go to the Atlantic and read for y'all what Jemele Hill had to say publicly in regards to her decision to terminate a child, you know, to get an abortion at age 26. Once I read this article, you're going to see without a shadow of a doubt that a lot of these modern women are just heartless, venomous, demonic, and they just want to have their cake and eat it too. You will get a peek behind the curtain on how they really are. And I'm going to tell you, reading this article and what Jemele Hill said is troubling. It's troubling to someone who is pro-life. Because look, your yays, and your nays are nay. Either you are pro-life, meaning you want to see our people populate. You want to see our nation grow and live, or you're pro-death. You want to see our people dying off. That's just is what it is, right? Let's go to the article in Atlantic. I want to read this for y'all. And this is Jemele Hill. She says, "Why I'm talking about my abortion. I never regretted it, and other women need the choice that I had," by Jemele Hill. She never regretted it. Let's continue. "I had an abortion when I was 26 years old. I was not raped. I wasn't the victim of incest. I was not in the midst of life-threatening medical emergency. I simply had no desire to give birth to a child." She said, "I simply had no desire to give birth to a child." But you had all the desire in the world for that thing, though. That thing, that thing, that thing. You had all desire in the world to have sex, but you had no desire to be a mother. Look, if that doesn't show how heartless some of these damn entertainers are, how wicked and vile, that what I just read to you is despicable. It's dishonorable. The lack of humility, the lack of humility. She said she did not regret it. Hey, Taraji said y'all need to tell some of y'all stories. These are really the stories of a lot of these women who are marching down there getting these extractions. This is the true mentality. They don't care. They have no regards for human life. Zero regards. What them scriptures tell us about the wicked woman, the adulterous woman. Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. She said, I have done no wickedness. She felt no remorse. That woman is soulless. Soulless. And I'm going to tell you, there's a punishment that you're going to have to undergo. Your Jemele Hills, your Taraji P. Hensons, who are pro-death to their own people. Yeah. No telling how many abortions they actually got. No telling how many Lizzo done got. No telling how many Taraji P. Henson done got. Right? No telling how many Jemele Hill done got. That she only telling you about the one. Right? When it's all said and done, when you look up and you in Hades and the flames are surrounding you and you hearing weeping and gnashing of teeth, you will hear the cries of your babies. You will hear the cries of your unborn children. And there's going to be a lot of women who are going to have to deal with that. And they're going to be crying. They're going to be pleading out to you. You're going to get to see some holograms in hell, right? While you were laying on that molten rock, you're going to get to see a few holograms of your children, how they would have grew up, how they would have became successful, or what type of look they would have had and who they would have been. And yeah, you'll see that. You know, the devil going to let you see that. He going to put your shame in your face. He's going to show you the despicable act you done. And for a lot of people who saying, hey, this is all about a woman having rights to her own body. You know, what if your mama and your daddy sat down and said, your black ass wasn't worthy of life? Have you ever thought of that? Jemele Hill, what if your mama said, hey, I'd rather focus on my career. I don't need this child. Guess what? You would never be on ESPN. You would never be able to do what it is you're doing. That part. Same thing for you, Taraji P. Henson. You wouldn't have been on Baby Boy talking about Jody, snotting and crying all over these movies, right? If your mama said, hey, I'm finna get rid of this baby to focus on my career. Selfish, narcissistic ass people. Let's continue this. Bear with me, y'all. It's more to this article. She says she just never desired to have a child, but she desired something else though, didn't she? She says, I never shared my abortion story publicly until now. I described this time in my life in detail in my forthcoming memoir, Uphill, which will be released in October. I know that I'm likely to be attacked. Oh, just like that doctor attacked your womb, huh? For being candid about my decision. But I'm choosing to share some of my experiences now. let's go on to see her reasoning behind getting it. She says, when I had my abortion, I was a sports journalist at the Detroit Press. Let me make sure I blow this up. This text is very small. Let me blow this up. All right, there we go. She goes on to say, when I had my abortions, I was a journalist, a sports journalist at the Detroit Free Press in Michigan. I was financially able to support a child. I had no doubt that my family would have been present for me. Oh, it just gets worse. She just digging deeper and deeper and deeper. Fellow Forever, thank you for the $5 contribution. She says, look, her family would have been there. She had the bag. She had the resources to care for this child. She had the support system to care for this child. She had every necessity needed. She had every necessity needed, right? All right, let's continue. She goes on to say, the man that I was involved with at the time would have provided support. And the man, wow. The man I was involved with at the time would have provided support. So the guy wasn't no deadbeat. He wanted to be a father to that child. She goes on to say his family would have been there for us too. Damn, that child would have grew up and had an excellent, beautiful life, sounds like. However, I didn't see a long-term future with him. And given that my mother and father never married, I knew their tumultuous history very well. I didn't want to bring a child into an unstable relationship. Wow. So you didn't see a future with this man, but you were laying down having sex. Raw sex. But you did not have a foreseeable future with this man. That's why I'm telling you a lot of brothers right now. I'm going to tell you a lot of you brothers this. Y'all need to understand that the modern woman, most modern women are just, their mentality is totally warped. A lot of them are not wifey material either. A lot of them are concubines at best. And there's no shame in being a concubine. Let's make that clear. There's no shame in a woman choosing to just have companionship with a man, but she knows she's not wife material. I think more people need to be honest with themselves and honest with other people. But a lot of these women in modern society, they're concubines at best. Seriously. And there's no shame in that. But at least know yourself. Because a lot of the times when a man desires to have a family structure and an environment like a traditional environment, a patriarchal environment where it's that man in the home with the children, so on and so forth, and y'all providing for the family and things like that, y'all working together. Most women don't desire that, especially in modern society when they're able to make their own money. A lot of women are career oriented, which is nothing wrong with anything that I'm saying, but they desire to have companionship. There's nothing wrong with that. Long as listen, as a woman, as long as you're dealing with one man and one man only, and you'll take any repercussions that come with it, it don't have to be a traditional setting for you to build with that man, right? So let me put that out there. Let's continue. Let's see. She says, however, I didn't see a long-term future with him. And given that my mother and father married, I knew the tumultuous history. Okay, let's continue. Besides, my career meant everything to me. She says, my career meant everything to me. I was pursuing my dreams of being a sports journalist. I understood clearly that having a child would have drastically limited the future I saw for myself. Parenting would be difficult. Yo, so here's the thing. A lot of women don't know how to sit their behinds down and be mothers. A lot of women are too too career oriented. There's a such thing, especially if you have a man that's a breadwinner as well, a man that's a provider. Like, that child is going to have everything they need. You couldn't ask for a more perfect scenario to bring a child into the world. You literally could not ask for a more perfect situation than you having a savings, you having a man that is willing to support, you having family that's willing to support. But because these women these days be so career oriented and driven by their goals, they're willing to lose their soul for this. They're willing to lose their souls just to have success in this world, just to have the rudiments of this world, man. And these children are not even getting a chance at life. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 16 says, "For being the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good. The land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both her kings." So these children, before they even get to choose good or evil, they're not surviving in this world. You have turned your wombs into battlegrounds. Seriously, Ecto says it's crazy that people think they can reach their dreams because of they can't reach their dreams because of a child, when in all actuality, they refuse to revise their productivity. Absolutely. In this modern day society, women don't know how to multitask. A lot of them don't know how to multitask. Our grandmothers, our great aunts, they was raising 6 and 7 kids, going to school, going to college, working a job. Like, these women these days, they have become just weak-minded. They can't handle children. They can't handle change. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And thanks for that scripture right there, for sharing it, Geraldo. Yeah, this woman is pure evil. Let's read a little bit more of Jemele Hill, right? She says her career was everything, pretty much. Parenting would be difficult to fit into my lifestyle because as a college beat reporter, I was on a roll for nearly 8